Hi, this is your host, Sonia Novick, and I invite you to pierce through the veil of what lies beyond the living into heaven. What is beyond what appears to be real? We invite you to explore with us what lies beyond this dimension and into many other dimensions. Come join us now.
I just left my body. I saw my parents crying. I was actually above my body, looking at my body. There was this incredible, luminescent, kind of soft, and I didn't want to come
Welcome everybody to Real Coaching Radio, Beyond the Living is a show, and I'm your host, Sonia Novick. Welcome to the show. We are putting a new spin on coaching and personal development through social broadcasting, and I want to welcome my guest, Richard A. Donin, who has a weekly panelist on the public affairs program on the TV, actually, The Point on TVC TV, a cable program, and I will post his actually URL here on this video so you guys can see it and be able to go to it. Also, you can reach it on realcoachingradio.com if you want to get in touch with him. He has also completed a volume of poetry titled Voices from the Void and is publishing a new one here coming up soon. He's an artist as well. And we will have him this next Tuesday, the 3rd of June. We will have our guest, Richard Donin. And he is basically going to talk about his poetry. We're going to talk about actually the higher self, and some of his poetry book relates to that. And basically, I want to introduce you now, Richard, to all the people on the radio show. So, welcome, Richard.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Wonderful. So, what would you like to share with the audience, with my audience? How would you like to go about it? I know we're going to share your book, your poetry, your art. What would you like to share with them for the next few minutes of how, your book and maybe your life has changed into a higher realm of spirituality? Share with us.
Well, I think after having been on the planet for a while, you tend to learn that all the stories that you get told aren't quite necessarily true. And through personal discovery and, more importantly, just experience, you learn to come to a little different way of thinking about life in general.
Okay.
And that everything you see just is not exactly how it's explained in the books. And since I have a science background, I was taught one thing, and you come to learn that that's not exactly the way it is.
So would you agree with some of the quantum physicists that have come out and said basically that we create our own reality and our thoughts create that, and that the observer actually, with their thoughts, change the outcome of the science project?
Well, there's an interesting book, Brian Greene's String Theory, and actually there's several of them out there, but Brian's probably the most easily read one, and he's also available on PBS in a wonderful video. And he talks about some of the ideas that physicists are coming to, and that as much as they want to quantify everything and put it in a little box, it may not be quite so simple as that. And, a lot of people want to boil life down to, A plus B equals C, or yes, this is a rock and I just stub my toe on it, but it tends to be a little more than the sum of its parts. So it's kind of like, it's more than what we see, touch, taste, and smell and all that stuff, because our senses have been kind of acute to the world around us in terms of just survival of the organism.
Right.
Of which we're just one of many.
Yes.
And I think that for a lot of people, it's very difficult for them to stop and even begin to think about what other things are out there, because you're so overwhelmed by your five senses, unless you have an additional one thrown in there for nobody knows why.
Right.
Well, if you can take that time to either meditate or just relax somewhere and let the world flow into you,
right,
or the universe, or whatever you want to call it, that which surrounds us, you'll find that there's a whole bunch of energy out there which is not really bound up in terms of dogmatic ideas like, this is science, or this is religion, or this is this, or this is that. If you take a look at the basics of string theory, it's all this little vibrational energy. And I always tell people, on a dark night when it's warm out sometime and you're away from city lights and city noise, close or open your eyes if it's dark enough. And if you can, calm yourself enough, you can actually hear those harmonics, which I tend to call the music of the universe. Which is just all that energy, and it surrounds all of us. It goes through us. Every little atom that we're made of is the same as all the little atoms that make up the plants and animals and rocks and
the universe, right?
Exactly. It's all the same stuff.
Yeah, it's all the same matter.
Yeah, and so when you look at what matter is, it's, you break it down into its teeniest, weeniest little pieces, and it's really just energy.
Right.
If you can tap into that, you can have epiphanies all over the place, which are fun and exciting. And I remember having one where within the moments of a breath, I felt absolutely connected to every living thing on the planet.
Wow.
So all of a sudden, after all the years of science, I really had a better understanding of plants and other animals. And there's a unique, oneness isn't really, it's a connectedness.
Right.
And that we share the same stuff with everything else. And, that tends to influence one's writing.
I bet.
And it also gives rise to looking at things in very different ways.
Right. Wow. Okay. Wow, well, it sounds like we're going to have an amazing show, and I want to invite everybody. You'll see on the webcam and the recording that I'm doing that you can call into our VIP hotline, and it's actually going to be on top, and it's going to be in this recording when you want to come to the show the 3rd of June at 6 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central and 9 p.m. Eastern. You can dial in if you want to talk to Richard and ask him questions about his background, his books, his artwork, because he does artwork as well. You can reach in and call 303-747-5121 and then press 2, and then after that press 226-305 to get connected to Real Coaching Radio. And if you want to come and chat with us, we're multi-interactive. We have videos and we have webcams you can get on, and you can also chat with us and call into the studio. So I'd like to invite all of you to come in and share with us. And also part of the show, we're going to be talking a little bit about my upcoming movie, the books that I've written, paranormal phenomenon such as near-death experiences that I've experienced twice, and out-of-body experiences, which is what the show is about, sort of, in the spiritual realm. So I invite you to come and join us this next Tuesday. And we would like your participation, so come join us in this lively educational inspirational hour. Thank you, Richard, and we look forward to seeing you and talking with you on Tuesday. Have a great day, and for my audience that's in all the different places that I send these videos to, I would love your participation. Have a great day.
Thanks so much. Look forward to it.
Okay, hold on, Richard.
This is your host, Sonia Novick, and I invite you to pierce through the veil of what lies beyond the living into heaven. What is beyond what appears to be real? We invite you to explore with us what lies beyond this dimension and into many other dimensions. Come join